What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great day. We got some good news here. Getting great news as of late. Really pumped up about this Eagles upcoming season, making these tiny little moves we're talking about. And go check out all the other videos. 20 different ways we can create money. There's the top 10 of that. There's the 22 free agents who we're keeping, the reserve future contracts, future draft capital, the cap space, everything you would need to know, keeping you up to date, and all the interviews, everything, going over all of it. And obviously the Eagles got Vic Fangio, baby, as the defensive coordinator. So a lot of excitement from the intelligent, diehard fans. You're seeing a lot of the casual fans upset, not knowing how this defense works. A lot of confusion out there. And don't worry, I'm putting together that bad boy. If I wouldn't have been under the weather yesterday, I would have had it out, but going to try to put it out tomorrow. Today, got some things to do. Going to try to drop this a little after noon here, and then we'll have Fan Friday live tonight. But I appreciate each and every one of you taking the time. You have any thoughts, any questions on this? Would love to hear from you. But Joe Barry is interviewing for the Eagles linebacker coach, and I can't stress enough how huge that is. This is the guy that was just the defensive coordinator for the Packers, let go the other day. He was on my top 10 list of defensive coordinators to go get. Well, we got Vic Fangio, so we don't need it. But this dude right here, well, he comes from that tree, Brandon Staley tree, where trying to run that Vic Fangio system. And, obviously the intelligent people around the NFL, the top guys, all love this Fangio system and know that it works when done correctly, when players execute. So I'm very, very excited about it. But you'll hear the media whining about it, a lot of confused fans, but that's okay. If you're somebody that knows football or enjoys it, you will be excited about this at Vic Fangio News. Now, if you were able to get Joe Barry here as a linebackers coach, holy hell, we just saw what they did to the Cowboys in the playoffs. We've seen what this guy is capable of doing. He's been a linebackers coach before. And look, you saw what he did to Devondre Campbell there. I thought, great work, but he's been there with the Rams, the Commanders there. He's had some work here in the NFL, you see. I mean, since 1995 there. And this dude, his defense is kind of like, that odd front. It's kind of like a Tampa 2 variation, though. So when we talk about, these guys and, trying to run the Fangio scheme and all that, we talk about their other influences and, what they're trying to do. And Brandon Staley, obviously, he's been working with him. So, and Staley kind of gets his from Fangio. And we talked about that with Jonathan Gannon, this is the Fangio scheme. But really, when you looked at it, this dude was taking a lot from Brandon Staley, who's his best friend. And you got Eberflus in there, Zimmer, but you didn't see, it all comes from the Fangio tree. But that's why I make those videos every year. And I've seen some people, oh man, we're switching to odd front. I don't know how people aren't watching the last 3 years when we ran odd fronts, but clearly it just goes to show how little they actually have an idea of what's going on here. And yeah, we've been running. This will be the 4th year in a row where we're going to have odd and even fronts, a nice mixture, depending on the matchup, dependent on, the situation within the game. So I'm very excited. Some very smart coaches that are with today's NFL. And I know a lot of people want, blitz every play. We want to be like Wink Martindale, last in points, last in yards. Me, I want to go back to being first. I want to get turnovers. I want to break sack records again. I want to go back to where we were with this Fangio scheme, but with the Godfather himself, Vic Fangio, running it. And if you get a guy like Joe Barry on your staff, the work he's done with linebackers, that is what the Eagles need. And we talk about the emphasis that will be put on linebackers in this scheme, or the emphasis on everything, the little things, the tackling, holding yourself accountable. We got great teachers, great coaches. If you can get Joe Barry, now he is interviewing for defensive coordinator positions, and rightfully so, this guy deserves it. But if he doesn't get one of those jobs, oh my Lord, sign me right up for some Joe Barry as the Eagles linebackers coach. Could do some great work with Nakobe Dean. Maybe when we sign Patrick Queen in free agency, go draft Jeremiah Trotter Jr. He'll have quite a room to play with here. So go get Joe Barry, and let's watch this defense be number 1 in the NFL and get the world shook, baby. But I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, you got anything from it, do me a favor, hit that like button. You can always subscribe down below. You have any questions, comments, I would love to hear from you. And I will be back live later tonight for Fan Friday. So hope to see you then. Bring all your questions, comments. I know there's a lot of information out there, doing my best to stay on top of it. So hopefully you're enjoying it all. But until next time, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all have yourselves a great day. Stay safe out there. And as always, say it with me now. Go Birds!